What's up? I'm Joey.
I'm Johnny. We're nightly hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
It's been a few years since we've actually spoken. It's been a couple months since the last time I saw you guys.
Yeah.
Dude, time went by fast.
I know, it's crazy.
How have you guys been, man? Like, NF has been taking you guys on tour basically all year. What has that tour experience been like for you guys?
Absolutely amazing, man. Like, we're super grateful to Nate and the team for taking us out, but his fans have been amazing. You know, every night's been a incredible experience for us, winning new fans over and just getting to meet people after the show and stuff. It's been really good.
So as these shows are kind of getting bigger for you guys, does that kind of influence the way that you guys are creating your music now?
Not creating, I mean, definitely like the live show. We try and, live up to that certain expectation, right? Just because some of these are like small arena shows. So you think about those things when you're planning out the set list. Like maybe not creating the music, but definitely as far as a performance piece, try and live up to that expectation, for sure.
How do you guys feel like you guys have evolved as far as your live show? Because you guys are getting these kinds of experiences, how do you feel that live show kind of like evolved since then?
I mean, it's all about like just learning pacing, I think, like creating a set that flows and makes sense. I think that we've learned a lot in the last year, specifically from touring with Nate, of just like, the kind of ebb and flow of live shows and how to create a cool atmosphere as an opening band.
Right.
And also, like, he's just a really passionate individual, and I think we've just benefited from at least like how he puts on his show, and it's just like it's not frills based, right? It's just like passion for the music, and that's really what like takes it the furthest. It's not like gimmicks and things like that, so which has been really cool for us, because you wouldn't think genre wise that the mix would be great,
Right.
In genre wise it's not, but for some reason in the show it actually does, and I think it's because we kind of both approach our art and our songs the same way. It's just like from a very honest place, and I think that's what like the fans really grab onto. So yeah, man, it's been great for sure.
Now, how did that first, initial conversation of like, hey, I want to take you guys on tour kind of happen? Like, because you're right. I mean, the genre doesn't make sense, but it does work.
So,
Right.
Essentially, I think he was looking for a certain thing as an opener, and we we were one of the people on the short list, and he ended up taking us. I don't really know too much more of the backstory other than that. And then once we did the first string of shows, we just kind of clicked, and like I said, from there it's just kind of been great. He's taken us out on a few runs. We did the UK with him, and then this run. So yeah.
Do you guys feel like a collaboration could potentially happen, whether it's you with him or him with you guys?
I mean,
maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Maybe he's got a lot of really cool music for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that would.
I think it'll be a cool vibe with you guys, though.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're just boys with him, and he's a really great friend of
Yeah.
ours. So we're not expecting anything. We're happy
Right.
to we're just happy that we met him, and we're boys now. So
I think that's what separates you guys from other artists today, that it's like you guys are really passionate about this. You guys don't care like what the end result really is, as long as you guys are pursuing your music and getting your music out to your fans.
absolutely, yeah, that's what it's all about. Yeah, for sure.
Now you guys are about to drop your final song of the EP tomorrow. And it's a little different from, I haven't heard it yet, but from what you kind of said on the post about it, it's kind of different. So tell me a little bit about this track. What's it called and why is it different?
Yeah, man, it's called Younger. It's a little bit more laid back, It's kind of a closer track because it's for that reason. I think there are some tracks on this EP that are a little bit more bombastic, and like whether it be Miss You Like Hell or Who Am I to You or whatever. And this is just kind of I don't know, like sort of just summing it up, and this feels kind of like a little breath. So the only reason I say it's different is just because it's a little more laid back. There's like vocoder and guitar, and that's it. There's no drums or anything like that. So that's kind of why I was like, yesterday we were talking about how it's like it's different. So I don't know how people will necessarily. We played it one time at our headline show in Nashville like 2 months ago, and that's the only time we've ever played it for anybody. And it went over really well there. And again, like I think I think it was just an important one that we wanted to get out there and make a part of this EP. You know, I don't think it's not like a banger like in terms of that. It's just like it's something that's very like emotional and kind of, yeah. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to put it out there for sure.
Now talk to me about it being emotional. You're getting more personal with it. So you know, how different is that like to create it between the two of you guys, getting into the studio and making a track that you guys are opening up even more to your fans?
I like from day one with this band, we've just always wanted to be honest about like make songs that are from real experiences.
Yeah.
And you know, I think we're just as we go along getting more and more comfortable doing that.
Right.
You know, specifically John writing the lyrics and stuff. Like, you know, we're really excited about this song. We really believe in it, and when we wrote it, we were super passionate about like the whole vibe of the song. So we're just excited. We think it's like a perfect cap to the EP.
Right.
And it's just something a little different, which I like, you know. I mean, it's just like another side of us, I think. So it wasn't something that we necessarily had to force. It was just like, it's a song to be honest, we've had sitting around for like a year and a half.
Wow.
That's just sort of like every now and again it would pop up and people would be like, hey, what about that song? Like how like you guys thought about, yeah, like I don't know, yeah, not to be like all like big and like mysterious and dramatic about it, but yeah, it just felt like one that we wanted to put out. So we'll see, man. Yeah.
Now, I know you guys are very like, I mean, again, like I said earlier, it's like you guys are passionate about the music. You don't care too much for the success. You're not trying to get the success. If it happens, great, right? So, but do you guys feel like a specific song has kind of hit that success point for you guys? And like, if so, what song might that be?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't want to say we don't care, because obviously we want to be like, you know, we want to be the biggest band like in the world, you know, if we can.
That's not your reasoning for creating.
Right,
Oh,
right.
of course,
We're not trying to do that by means of like what somebody else has done. We just want to be ourselves, and like that discovery process like may take longer than some other bands who blow up quickly, and
Right.
we're just not worried about that
Right.
that aspect of it taking longer. As far as like, sure, there have been certain songs that have maybe connected more so like from a like metric, like measurable, you can say, oh, this song was streamed more and such, but even then, dude, like I think just like, for example, some songs have streamed really a lot really fast and then like kind of whatever, and then there are other songs that have like had this like slow growth,
Yeah.
and those are the ones that I think I'm like happy had that slow growth, because it's just like people slowly discovering it, and it's like 2 years later after we put it out.
Longevity.
Yeah, like songs that are crossing like the millions mark like 2 years after they're released,
Yeah.
versus like a song that just spikes up super fast. Obviously you love that instant gratification, right? Like who doesn't? But that's the thing that really means like, okay, like we weren't just like totally off in thinking that this was something real that we believed in, you know, if that makes sense. So it's hard to really quantify, man. And then when you play them live too, it'll be like,
It's a different feel.
yeah, you'll get songs that you can see people freaking out live, and it might even just be in like a specific city or something that like doesn't necessarily line up with like the metrics online or whatever. So I don't know, man, it's a weird thing for sure. Yeah.
Well, lastly, because I know you guys have to hit the stage, you guys have been supporting other acts for the bigger part of this year. So can we expect a headliner for 2019? What are the plans for 2019?
We will be doing a headlining tour. We're announcing it soon.
Like
So
2 weeks. I
2
think.
weeks. We're announcing it in 2 weeks. Yeah. So we're super excited, and it's something we've always dreamed of doing. So we're super pumped to get into next year.
It's finally
Yeah,
happening.
yeah.
We have it booked. It's all booked.
Oh, yeah.
So it's getting announced soon, man. So yeah, that was our big goal over the last 6 months, was like prepping for this like headliner.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super stoked
Time
for
has
it.
come.
Yeah,
Nice,
absolutely.
guys.